Hi, this is part 2 of simply increasing the brightness of an image, or in this part of the video we will be showing how you can make the image darker or brighter by simply changing one variable. Okay, if you looked in the previous video, we obviously used an increased brightness of 100 to the image. In this video we will be decreasing the brightness of the image by 100. This should make a darker image. Okay. In order to do this, we will now be checking whether we are either increasing or decreasing the brightness by simply having an if statement to check the brightness of our image. Okay. So here we will want to be checking if it is greater than or equal to 0. If it is greater than or equal to 0, we will be simply minusing the brightness from the highest factor. Okay, or the highest threshold, I guess you could say. However, if it is less than 0, we obviously will be making the image darker, and therefore the threshold will need to be calculated from 0. Okay, so the threshold in this case will be 100, because we do not want to go below 0 in this case, otherwise we will have an overflow of the image. So if we had to go, for example, to -1, we would actually be going back to 255, which is something we do not want to do in this case. So next thing, all we simply are going to do is take the body of our for loop that we are running through each image. We will be simply providing an if statement, okay, to check whether we are increasing the brightness or decreasing the brightness. So for this, we will just simply be saying the exact same statement that we actually said over here, okay, exactly the same, and obviously we need to just surround it with brackets. Okay. Now, in order to make the image darker, we will be simply just changing this line over here with this line above it. Okay. So right now this part of the if statement, okay, this body of the if statement is to simply make the image brighter. Okay, and this else part will be to make the image darker. So we can simply copy this part into our else statement, and all we are going to do is simply swap these two lines of code around, okay, as well as change this value to 0, okay, because we are making it darker. If it is less than the threshold, we will be changing this entire value down to 0, okay. You can also swap the sign around, but I will be using this method simply because you might understand it better for those people who are not so good at programming. Okay, and obviously changing that down to 0. Same thing applies over here, and we will be taking this value over here and assigning it 0. Okay, so that should be good. Let's save this as a new darker image. So I'm going to say or new darker pepper. Okay, so we should see a new darker peppers image created. Let's run this program and see what it creates. Alright, so if you go back into your file directory, you will see that we now have a few new images. Okay, we have our darker image, we have our darker pepper, we have our lighter pepper image, as well as our original pepper image. So let's do a quick comparison of all the different images we have. Okay. So as you can see, ooh, why did I open that up? Okay, there we go. So you can see that you obviously have a dark image, the original image, and a bright image. And that is simply how you will increase or decrease the brightness of these images. Hope that was helpful. See you in the next video.